Love it, Wolf.
Wait, he told us to wait. I think they're rebooting or something.
I love you, Jamie.
So the cameras aren't working apparently. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. So I'm not going to say Shabbat Shalom just yet because we're waiting for our Zoom audience to be brought up to speed. So we're not quite starting. You can say this is a soft launch. But I do want to say I have a relevant message for folks that are in the room. So it's okay that the people on Zoom can't hear. So if you're wearing if you're here, you got to wear your mask. So, and I'm not in a position to be policing it. So you guys got to police each other. And you can be respectfully accountable to each other. Make sure that you're wearing your mask. All right, so that's one thing. Two, we have a big cluster of folks in the back, and we have a lot of empty seats in the front. So I'm aware of this. But I'm going to say if everyone in the back, like I invite people to come up front. But if you, right, so thank you. But I don't want to, like, I'm sensitive that it might draw attention to the people that are, if they're coming like one by one. So I'm going to invite everyone in the back to all at once just come up, and so then we won't know who's coming at once. Okay. Very nice. All right, we're getting there.
We can see who still has some resistance.
Right, right. Okay. A process of elimination.
We used to put people in groups. That happened one time. I was here for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. The A, B's, and C's.
Yes. 3 groups of people.
Yeah, Karen will remember that. Okay, all right, you'll have a moment for people to resituate, get comfy. Or no? Are we?
Well, this could tie into our first song, because the first song is called Rebels. All right? So I'm very familiar with this, being a rebel. I've always kind of prided myself on not following people's direction, or that's been part of my story. And I think it's important, if we're in this room and we've come to this place, that we lose a little bit of our rebelliousness. That we lose that thought that we know better than everyone else. Because the things that I knew got me into this situation, which has turned into a beautiful thing, but I had to change some things about myself in order it to become a beautiful thing.
Took a little while.
Took a little, yeah. It takes what it takes.
Right. But to be able to see that transformation was more than a gift. How are we doing, Jesse? On you? Oh, we're on.
All right.
All right. There we go.
So YouTube Live.
YouTube Live.
If you click the link to the YouTube, are you going to put it in the Zoom? Yeah. All right, they're going to drop the link to the YouTube service in the chat. Oh, but the people can't hear me on Zoom. Okay. All right. Well, let's do it then. Let's start it off. Tom Petty, Rebels.
Maybe I'm a little rough around the edges, inside a little hollow.
Way to start off. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. All right, we have a sanctuary, folks, full of folks here at 8831. We have a virtual audience. I know it's not on Zoom. I believe, hopefully, we have a whole group watching on YouTube. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Oh, Zoom too. Oh, there we go. All right, Zoom and YouTube. Wonderful. And so it's a great song to start with, because I think many of us, if not most of us, identify being born a rebel and have had to learn over time what our relationship to that identity is, what it means, as Cantor Nate was saying, what it means, like, all right, I embraced my rebelliousness for a long time. And then for many people, they realized it wasn't suiting them completely. And so they come here, and they gather, and they spend time in this space and in this community, and you learn how to change your relationship to your rebelliousness. And I'm thinking particularly about the meaning of this, like, this physical space in allowing that to happen. For those that are here, we can notice things are a little different. Thanks to the hard work of a lot of people, we have new carpet, right? So we have further sanctified our sanctuary and enhanced the beauty. It looks phenomenal, but it's a little different. Like, it's not quite the same. It's the same room, but it's not exactly the same room, right? It's a little bit different, and it's cleaner. Like, it's got a spark to it. Right, it seems a little more wide, a little more open. All right, but I was watching. So we did the installation of the carpet this week, and I was watching the process, and there was something that struck me that I think is really telling, because over the next month or so is a big deal in the Jewish calendar. Starting tomorrow night is Rosh Chodesh Elul. It's a new moon tomorrow night, so it means that it's exactly a month tomorrow until Rosh Hashanah, until the new year. And so that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal in the Jewish world. It's a big deal in our spiritual world. And it means it's a sign that's reminding us that it's time to do some work. And so in looking at the process of the carpet, I was like, oh, there's something there, because just watching what was involved, like the workers, the week-long process, had to pull up the old carpet. If you have any questions, Russ will be happy to fill you in about the whole process. But they pulled up the carpet. They had to schlep it away. They had to lay down the glue for the new carpet and roll it out. It took multiple days. And so I think, like, that process is actually very similar to the work in some ways, the work that we have the opportunity to do over the next month or so, right? The work of high holiday prep, the work of tshuva, is very much, it's not about a daily vacuuming. It's not about even like a yearly cleaning. Like, at times it's about, like, pulling up all the crap that's accumulated on the carpet, because we know we need new stuff, right? And it takes a monumental effort to get rid of everything and lay out the new. And we can get there. And we have an opportunity. Look, the carpet's not going to stay as pretty as it is for long. Right? I mean, hopefully we'll maintain it, but it's not going to be pristine like it is tonight, which is fine. But like that, we're going to get a glimpse. Like, that's what Shabbat's about. Shabbat's about getting a glimpse of the pristine, of what we can do when we get all the work done. And so that's what we have the opportunity to do tonight and tomorrow, to get a taste of the pristine, and hopefully over the next month or so, the work that we do will get us after Rosh Hashanah, after Yom Kippur, after Sukkot. By the end of the holiday cycle, we'll have a taste to be illuminated by the pristine nature of getting us back to where our holy soul is. And hopefully tonight will be a little taste of that.
All right. I think we should say Shehachianu for the new carpet.
So for the space, all right, so it's
For the
just,
space. So
yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. It's not for the carpet, but we also have high holiday services in about a month, and we had no one here for the last few years. So we're gonna have community residents joining together again in this space. It should be beautiful. I know we all are working very hard to make that happen, and it's top of my priority list. So let's join together. Let's sing Shehechianu together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Amen. All right, now we're going to welcome angels into our midst with Shalom Aleichem. Lie, 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 lie. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei, Asharei, Malachei. Kadosh Baruch Hu Bohem Shalom Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon Melech mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lai 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 La 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 la. Huni l'shalom malachei, shalom malachei Elyon. Melech mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Seichem l'shalom malachei, shalom malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 ai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 lai.
So the angels, or the angels that we're welcoming for Shabbat are brought in with song. And so we move from Shalom Aleichem to Shir Adonai, singing the praises. It's Shiru Adonai is a psalm. It's singing the praises of a power greater than ourselves. And welcoming the relationship and welcoming the experience and the encounter on Shabbat.
Shiru Adonai, Shir Hadash, Shiru Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Me'om, Me'om Neshuato, Sapru Vegoim, Kevodo Bechol Ha'ami Niflotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, Hulal me'od norahu ve'al kol Elohim lai lai la lai 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 la lai lai ya lai la lai lai ya la lai ya la lai ya lai la lai lai ya la lai lai ya lai la lai lai ya la lai ya la lai ya lai la lai lai ai lai ai lai ya lai la lai
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום נשועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא ועל כל אלוהים.
All right. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the carpet because it's it's time for tzedakah, and we have a bill coming up for the new carpet. Right. So we need to pay for it. But more so, it's an opportunity, and I know that people will be walking around to give us the opportunity to contribute a little bit. There's also, I believe, a virtual link or a Venmo link if we need to, that can help support the effort, both to beautify the space, but even more so, like I said originally, that the space itself is just a container for the work that goes on here. And so we said we gather the community here. We gather folks who spend a lot of time rebelling against themselves, rebelling against a lot of the destruction that they may have experienced, rebelling against the destruction that they may have caused, and they end up here. And in ending up here, then, we allow for a shift. And we allow for space over time for the transformation of something other than rebellion. And we learn that surrender and devotion and contribution are an essential piece of living right, living well. And so that's what the space provides. And so the fact that the carpet looks nice is okay, but more so, I'm much more interested in the work that goes on here, and we really appreciate the work that people, the contribution that people are able to offer to help support those efforts. All right. So part of that work is obviously efforts for both gratitude and tshuva. We know that when we were doing this new install of the carpeting, it was incredibly disruptive. So all the workers were working in the sanctuary, taking out and putting in the new carpet, but the rest of the program was outside or in other spaces. And in doing so, it was a pain in the ass. And I think that's also an analogy that we understand, that we try to do a lot. We try to grow spiritually, and we don't always get it right. And when we don't always get it right, then there's a process to attend to the mistakes that we make. That's the work of tshuva. And so we have an opportunity now to do that publicly. And for folks that are interested, you can line up. I think we also have folks that are on Zoom that can line up in a virtual line, and we'll be able to share a little bit and heal a little bit together. All right. Hi, Sergio.
Good Shabbos, everyone. I'm Sergio, a very grateful member of this community. Hi, everyone. I want to give gratitude for a couple people. First of all, for Andrea Ocampo, who's leaving us after 3-4 years of working in our finance department. Andrea, you've just been fantastic, and we're so grateful for you, and we're so excited that you're spreading your wings and moving to the next step in your journey. Thank you for everything you've done for us, and best of luck to you. And my second gratitude is for someone who I'm sure is joining us by Zoom, Charlotte Kaminer, who is a beloved member of this community and is turning 98 years old this weekend. Charlotte, we love you. We're so grateful for everything you've done for Beit Shuva for so many years. You are the very essence and spirit of what we do here. Happy birthday.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. My name's Melinda. I'm a grateful member of this community. And first of all, I have so many things to be grateful for. I'm grateful that February 14th of this year, I walked up the stairs of Beit Teshuvah. That was the beginning of my journey to learning to love myself on Valentine's Day. And it didn't feel like that when I got here. And quickly, I was embraced by this community, and I was given an opportunity by Andrea to do something that I always wanted to do but never thought I could, and that was be part of a marathon and a part of a team. And so I just want to say, Andrea, thank you so very much for believing me and giving me an opportunity to be a part of. It really means a lot to me, and you will always hold a special place in my heart. Wherever you go, I hope, and wherever I am, I hope we can stay in touch and, encourage each other as recovery sisters. And then my counselor, I'm grateful for my counselor, my treatment team, who encouraged me to figure out what I'm going to do in my life now that things are different. And I got an opportunity to go to West Coast Grooming Academy. And today is National Dog Day. And today I received my certification as a certified professional dog groomer. And I don't know, but I'm grateful because dog spelled backwards is God, and that was completely a God shot. I'm so very, very grateful. Thank you, Beit Teshuvah.
Hello, y'all. Shabbat Shalom. My name's Joshua, and I'm an extremely grateful member of this community. I came up here to make Shuva and share some gratitude. I'd like to make Shuva to the community. I was taught here in this community that we have the opportunity to fail forward. And I had a slip up on a pass this past week, and I had the opportunity to call myself out, and I was embraced, right? Nobody shamed me. Bear said, come home, right? And that's what this place is. I have so much gratitude for this community. I can call on anyone that works here or is in the community, and they're always here for me, and I want to thank everyone that keeps this place going, and has really kept me close and accountable, and I love you all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Thea. I'm a grateful member of this community. Hi. So I want to give gratitude to Jamie, my roommate, one of my closest friends. She's just a great friend. It takes a lot for me to trust people, and Jamie's been a rock for me and someone that I can go to about anything. And she was amazing PF supervisor, and now she's an amazing counselor. And I just love you. Happy birthday.
Hi, my name is Ashton. I'm a grateful member of this community. Happy birthday, Jamie. Where you at? Oh no, happy birthday. I just wanted to express gratitude for my boy Kyle, cause I was fucked up last week, and you really helped me out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, you're just always there to help, you know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that. You helped get me a sponsor, like, you know, it means a lot to me. And you're a hard worker. I just want to acknowledge that. You're a good dude. I appreciate you. And Josh, I love you, bro. Josh was my roommate for the first like 6 months I was here. Like, dude, you're the fucking man. Like, I love you for real, dude. Like, you fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, I look up to you, bro. You're the homie, like, for real, bro. It's all good. You know, I fucked up here. You know what I'm saying? You fucking know that. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing. They're gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? This place helps you. You know what I mean? Like, they're here to help. It's really, you know, I'm very grateful for this place, for real. All right, thank you all. Have a good night.
You wanna go first? You go first or me? I start? Okay. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a grateful member of this community. I wasn't going to come up here because I've had such an emotional week, and I'm not a crier, but clearly every time I come up here, I am, and it's been, you know, very difficult. I've always left places happy, like later in my career, you know, but here at Beit Shuva, it's been hard to leave because I love you guys all. And so here we go, see? And I had to write it down because I knew it was going to be a mess. So today is my last day, but I'll be back. You guys are my community, you know? And thank you, Melinda. I wasn't going to come up here, and I wasn't going to stay, but Melinda looked at me, and she's like, why aren't you going to stay? I go, because I've been so emotional all week, and, you know, I can't be all crying up on the stage again here. And she's like, but you got to say bye to the community. That's what we do. And I'm like, ugh. Fine. And Sarah, too, like, what do you mean I can stay? I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay so you guys could hear me cry. And anyway, I'll forever be grateful for the opportunity I've had here. It's working for such a great organization and all these amazing people. I've learned so much. You know, a lot of people don't know, but when I also entered Beit Shuva, I was also broken in many ways. And I grew here. And I learned a lot. I learned to have more peace and love in my life. I learned strength. I had my wonderful knit little family mentors, Julie, Gayla, and Nancy, that helped me so much to just grow even professionally and in every other way. They always supported me in anything I've done in and outside Beit Shuva. And so I'm grateful for all of you to have met you. And like I said, it's not a goodbye. But it is, I'll see you later, and we'll be in touch because that's what we do. And again, I'm so grateful, and my marathon babies, and I've seen you guys grow, and I see residents come and go and succeed and come back, and it's just a revolving door of just greatness. And I've been honored, and my best friend, Mark, I'm gonna miss seeing him every day. And
Let me say something about you.
You want to say something? But anyway, I love all you guys. So yeah, I love you all, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to work and to not only work, but love all you guys as a family. And this won't be the last of me that you will see, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm so lucky to have friends out in the audience, the community, all my friends. I don't have any more enemies, I swear I don't. Or if I do, I don't know about it. She's great, she's the reina. She was the queen. You know, all Angel who works in the kitchen, you go up to her, I go up, Tony. She take care of the marathon. She did everything. And she helped me when I'm suffering, you know. Always there for me. And we bought each other gifts. And she has a son. Your son's getting out of the Marine Corps?
Yes.
Going in? Getting out of training?
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell knows about that. All right, just the greatest, sweetest woman you'd ever want to know, but you wouldn't want to disrespect her.
Thank you, guys.
It's really hard to follow Mark Wiseman, but it sure smells like him up here. So I'm Ruby. I'm a really grateful member of this community. It's Jamie's birthday today. I'm emotional. I don't know about you. Jamie's been my rock here, like, since I got here. I've cried more in front of Jamie than I have, like, my own mother, I think. I was like a shell of a human when I came in, and Jamie believed in me. And I just want to thank you for being kind but not nice, because I'm kind and not nice too. So I love you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a grateful resident. And I want to say happy birthday to my friend Jamie, and also make a shuva to her. We went through a little something over the past week, and you know, all I can do and all we can do, all three of us, four of us, is learn from it and continue to grow. I love you. And she is proof that you do not have to relapse just because it's your first time in rehab. She is ultimate proof. Love you. And I love you.
Hi, my name is Noah. I'm a grateful member of this community. I just came up here to say happy birthday to Jamie. And it's so good to have a good counselor now, other than that Vinny who I had to suffer with for 3 months. I love you both. Jamie, happy birthday.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gail, and I'm a grateful member of this community. I didn't really have anything planned, but I wanted to say happy birthday, Jamie. I'm really happy for you. That's a milestone. We're going to miss you. I know a lot of people love you here. I've only heard nothing but positive things, and I know you're going to be missed. Congratulations on your new job. I'm struggling, so I'm not here to struggle out loud in front of everybody at Shabbat services, but I am here to say that this place is carrying me through. Things have been very difficult for me with my anxiety, and even though I have some months that I've been able to put together sober, it's a simple program, but it's not easy. And I would not have been able to do this if it wasn't for Beit Shuva and my community and the people that love me here and that I love, and Missy and Michael and all the people who are just wonderful PFs here. And I'm just grateful, and I wanted to share that with everybody how much I love Beit Shuva. Thank you so much.
All right, so we have a couple folks on Zoom. I think we'll switch over. We're switching. Oh, there we go. Oh, and it's... So, hold on, Janice, one sec. There we go. Okay. Shabbat shalom, Janice.
Like 6 of us here watching different computers, so it's resonating. Anyway, right now,
Yes, we have. Thank you, Janice. We have a. Oh, we have a short. We'll have a short celebration for Charlotte in a moment. I think we have one more folk in online. Looks like Wolf. As we were saying, it's a momentous occasion with. We're okay? One. Oh, there's one more. Oh, sorry, I didn't understand your sign language. All right, we got one more on Zoom. Let's go. All right, so it says in this week's Torah portion that towards the end of this week's Torah portion, Moses is talking to the Israelites. He's in it's towards the end of the story, and he says, "There shall be no needy among you." He's telling the Israelites what life is going to be like when they end up in the Promised Land. There shall be no needy among you. And then a little bit afterwards, it says, if, however, there's a needy person among you, then you're obligated to take care of them. And I thought that it caught my eye, and knowing that this is a celebratory occasion for 98 years to celebrate Charlotte and her contribution to so many people, and especially this community. And these verses caught my eye because my sense of she's someone who senses and aspires that there should be no needy among us, and yet knows that because more than likely there's those that are needy among us. Then she steps up and has stepped up in so many ways in lots of different venues and communities, especially ours, to attend to those that are needy. And so it's a very small tribute to a very, very profound woman that we wanted to celebrate her 98 years together with a happy birthday.
All right, Charlotte, I feel so blessed to be able to sing happy birthday to you on your 98th birthday. Last Friday, today, a week ago, I sang happy birthday to my grandfather for 98 years as well. So I feel extremely blessed to know you and to have a relationship with you and your family. And I'm very, very blessed to sing happy birthday. So many more, Charlotte. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Charlotte. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Very nice. All right, yes, many, many more. May we all be blessed. All right, we're gonna move from our tshuva and gratitude to welcoming, because that's also what this house is about, and that's also what this space is about. And so we have an opportunity to welcome new members, or new residents. Sorry, I think we have 2 this week that have joined us and are going to be joining up here. Yes.
We're going to sing a song for Shabbat.
That would be the time for Mizmor Shir. You're right. What a phenomenal thing to do.
How can we skip over that?
Right.
Russell's just ready to go in the front row. Let's do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי יעזור ועלי נעבר, עלי היגיון וכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי יעזור ועלי נעבר, עלי היגיון וכינור. ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
I think now we're ready. All right, so we have we have a couple new members, new residents who are joining us today. We're having today's a little different. We're going to blame it on the newness of the carpet, and just as we're gonna embrace the change, it's messing up a little bit of our in-person video, so we don't have any slides that are shown on the screens. So I think it's gonna mess up some of our ritual, but we'll roll with it. We can do that.
They have prayer books.
They do. So all right. So if you have a prayer book, a Siddur, on page 12, will help with our welcoming. Okay.
Let's bring up the residents and the birthdays.
Yeah, that sounds phenomenal. So we got 2 new residents, and we have one birthday in person. Why don't you guys and gals come up?
All right, whoever's new, whoever has a birthday.
No, there's no way. Wait, and we have one more too. There was 3, actually, no. Look at that. That didn't.
Everyone knows each other.
Right. Look at that.
We're old, but we're young. I know.
Right. Old and new. So right. So this is a very typical but unique Beit Shuvah moment where we have this range of folks up here has a lot of wisdom and are in various stages in their journey. And I think it's a snapshot of who we are. And the cycles that everyone's on aren't necessarily always synced up, but this is a place where we can come and intersect and support each other wherever we're at. I think that's a testament to what's happening here. You have a question? Oh, you have a question? No, you're right. Come over here. Not yet. You got to do some work first.
You want to start right there, Jamie.
All right.
And then we're going to follow after her in your prayer books, responsively at the top of page 12.
Okay. May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May you welcome all who care to unburden, thanks to express, hope to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to the young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Amen. All right, you stay put. All right, so now we have Sarah and Haiti. Thank you, and thank you for coming back. And this is, like you said, this is both new and old. So this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to be here and to reconnect on lots of different levels. And one way we do that, we do it through prayer, we do it through community, and we do it through celebration. So, Sarah, you will you get to start. Cool. The community will recite, or if you're on page 12, you can say it with me. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Am I supposed to read?
Yes.
Okay. Nele be'o b'shayam Adonai.
Together in the light of the divine one. Welcome. Welcome back. All right. Ms. New Old, you're here. You're here. This is as one former rabbinic intern had described it, we are a black hole of love. So you are back here. You are surrounded by a lot of love. Yeah. And you will come participate in our re-welcoming. All right, community. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech Bior Bishem Adonai.
Yeah. Like the divine one. All right. So feel the love. Right? You're not always going to feel it. We know that that's part of the process, but feel it for the moment and hold on to it. Because in those moments when you don't always feel the love, you do have the opportunity and you do have one obligation. What is that? All right. Yes. All right. Yes, you guys, yes, you get you. All right, we're getting to the welcoming of Shabbos again.
Right. Welcomed in new residents, now we welcome in the Shabbos round. How about that? All right, you can dance around, express yourself if you like. This is the time to do it. Here we go.
Adoni lihi krakala Tene Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmi'anu El ha'me'ochad Adonai echad O shemo echad L'shemo tiferet Ve'elitila le'adoni lihi krakala Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha ki mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nezucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tegila le'adoni likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela Toreri kiva orech kumi uri shida bereke bod Adonai Allah nigla lechadodi krakala mene Shabbat nekabela. Everyone rise and face the doorway as we welcome in Shabbos. Boi v'shalom Atzeret bala gam besimcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula boi chala lechadoni likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lechadoni likrat kala b'nei Shabbat
You can take a seat. We're going to light the candles. And if I'm noticing we have, wait, don't, Andrea, don't leave yet. Andrea, do you, we have we've shown you a lot of love. You've shown us a lot of love. But if you, one departing honor, if you want to help light the candles along with Helena, we have an opportunity. We have some staff members that are both leaving and some new staff members that are coming, but they're both here tonight, which is really, really special and a reflection of the kind of place that this is to work and the place it is to live. And so I want to have both of you help us light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
All right, thank you. Yeah. All right. So as we light the candles and note the beginning of Shabbat, we also know that Shabbat's a time of rest and a time of healing, and we have Jill to share a few words and some words of our heart about healing before we say the Misha Berach.
Hey guys, I am Jill. I'm an addict and a grateful member of this community. So I'm going to share a little bit about my personal experience to healing as it relates to prayer as well. And I decided not to edit this. I wrote it down because when I start to edit things, I become kind of a perfectionist. And I wanted it to be more from the heart, so bear with me. Okay. When I think of my personal relationship to healing, many things come to mind. Specifically here at BTS Shabbat and before coming here, it's been an all-encompassing mind, body, soul, and spirit. Initially, it was my physical body. I came in here sideways on a walker. I had overdosed on fentanyl February 14th of this year. My organs had begun shutting down after lying alone for 6 to 8 hours. My kidneys had nothing left to break down but muscle, hence the walker. Even in my coma, I could hear the prayers of those who loved me surrounding me. I am not from a Jewish upbringing, but these prayers were similar to the Misha Berach prayer. Healing for me began way before getting here, though. Even back to about 1.5 years ago, when my recovery journey began, my fog took a very long time to lift. I did have a very spiritual experience in the hospital room, though. Some might argue it could have been the coma medication, but I choose to believe it was God and the connection to the prayers of those surrounding me. I can remember while I was in the coma, my brain was trying to make sense of everything, not just of what was happening in that ICU room, but of my entire life. Where had I gone wrong? I didn't know what teshuvah meant yet, but I would definitely consider this a time of teshuvah and saving grace. Mentally, in a dreamlike state, I was going back and making amends to anybody I really cared about and had hurt. I thought of what I would do to make it up to them. It's easy to say I've had a spiritual awakening and I'm always going to treat people with kindness. But without a solid commitment to the lost spiritual connection I had once had and really wanted back, some days my goal is to just not be a bitch that day or that second. I practice pause a lot. Mentally, the fog had lifted at my last treatment, and because my relapse was short but almost deadly, I was able to pick up from where I had left off at the last place. Although it took a really long time, like I said, to get there, I literally had a counselor tell me I was exhausting, and she was not wrong. For me, this is no longer a game, and I had to begin fighting for the right things, such as advocating for myself to turn dreams into goals and cease fighting everyone and everything around me. Finally, once I was left with no choice but to die or to surrender, I put down the boxing gloves and got to work. Emotional healing is still happening and will be a lifelong journey. To preface this, I'd like to share that I didn't begin active addiction until the age of 31, when I broke 13 bones in a car wreck and got hooked on opiates. However, I had always found a way to numb everything inside of me long before I found drugs. Because of this, it's taken an extremely long time for my emotions to come back, but I'm happy and sometimes not so happy to report that they are definitely back. I had one therapist who always said, you have to feel it to heal it. I believe that. That was another thing I continuously fought, though. When I was asking my therapist today at BTS Shabbat if she had anything I should hit on in relation to personal healing, she brought up the shift that I made from seeking external validation to valuing my own inner acceptance. I remember, so I am about 6.5 months sober, and I just got accepted into a graduate program, and I'm about to start that soon. But thanks. I'm really excited. It's Pepperdine, and I didn't know I was going to get in, so it's a really big deal. Thank y'all. But when she asked me, you know, like, what are your parents? What are your sister, like your friends? You know, what do they think? Like, this is amazing. And my response was, you know, like, they're really proud of me, but I couldn't really remember exactly what they had said about how proud they are or about how excited they are. And this is very different because the same counselor that called me exhausting, I remember just always texting her, like wanting that validation so badly and just like blowing her phone up at any cost to get that approval externally from counselors, you know, like mom, dad, boyfriends, friends, just anybody, anything to take me outside of myself. And so it was cool to like value more how proud I am of myself than even really remembering what other people have said about it. Yeah, that was a really big deal. But when it comes to prayer, I believe God always hears our prayers, but may not choose to answer them the way we ask. Prayer is more for the people surrounding the sick one than it is a request to heal them. For me today, prayer is not so much, God, will you change these things around me, but God, can you change me so I can walk through these things I'm facing? I keep believing the words of all these prayers because I know God is changing me and I am a lot different. Prayer is more about a connection with God, a sense that I don't have to do this alone, than it ever is about results and controlling the outcome. God is with us. Yeah, that's it. Okay. No editing, remember?
So, very beautiful. And that last line, we can hang on that last line for a moment as we get set. This is a moment where knowing that at times all we can do is pray, especially when we're faced with those that have an ailment, a condition, an illness, and are suffering, and we can't do anything else except pray. And as Jill just said, God is with us. And so that's the opportunity that we have now. If you're holding someone close to you in your heart, you can stand up and share their name and call it out as we get ready to say the prayer of healing, as well as putting it in the chat if you're online. So if you want to call out the name, you're welcome to.
Rachel, Belea, Uivare, Vera.
We can move from a prayer of healing to call to prayer. The sun is set, and we can gather for the Baruch Hu. Cantor Nate will lead us. It's on page 29.
Everyone, please rise.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yael, lie, 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 lie. Yael, lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yael, lie, 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 lie. Yael, lie, 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 lie. Baruchu et Adonai Amevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Leolam Vaed.
All right, as we move to the Shema, Shema is about listening and listening for the thread of oneness that sometimes we can pick up on and sometimes we can't. But we come here today, we come to services, and we hear stories from people from lots of different places that are coming here, that are leaving here, that have spent a fair amount of time here. And our job is to find that thread across all the different stories, and then how the thread leads back to our heart and ultimately to our soul. And that's an opportunity that the Shema provides as well.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'davarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech ushokbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leod ayadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Amen. All right, so I mentioned a little bit earlier about the Torah portion and where we're at in the narrative. We're in the book of Deuteronomy, where Moses is giving one of his several final discourses to the Israelites, knowing that they're literally on the cusp of looking into the promised land, but not right there yet. But they're going to get there. And so we have a community member who's going to share a few words of Torah from her soul, and it's a treat because, in fact, it's been 39 years in the making. So Lisa Harrison, who many, if not everyone knows, who we celebrated quite an accomplishment last week with her birthday, is coming up this week to share some Torah. Come on up. I got it.
Okay, mic drop. Mic drop. That was good. All right. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a grateful member of this community. So, I recently found my bat mitzvah program. Ironically, it was this month, back in 1983, that I had my bat mitzvah, August 6th to be exact. So I'm going to take us back to the 1983 Lisa and tell you what I Torah'd about back then. I have my speech too. Russell said, it's so yellow. So this Torah portion is called Re'eh and is found in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13. In this portion, God warns the children of Israel that false prophets may try to make them worship other gods. God's words on this topic are so specific that he does not allow us to add to or subtract from them. These are his exact words. In other words, there is little debate as to its meaning. The Jews in the Soviet Union are not allowed to practice their Judaism. Remember, we're in 1983. Therefore, I'm sharing my bat mitzvah with a Soviet bat mitzvah twin whose name is Natasha. Natasha and her family are refuseniks, which means they have been refused the right to immigrate to Israel. Natasha and her family, like all other Jews in Russia, are being forced by the Soviet government, a modern-day false prophet, just like the false prophets of my Torah portion, to worship another god, the Soviet god called communism. But Natasha, her family, and many other Jews are not giving in to this pressure to worship any god other than the God of Torah. Today, 1983, we are obeying God's commandment as stated in my Torah portion: follow none but the Lord your God, revere none but him, observe his commandments alone, and heed his orders, worship none by him, and hold fast to him. Again, this was 1983, very much written by a 13-year-old with the help of her parents for a big day in her life. Sadly, I don't know whatever happened to Natasha and her family. Okay. Until about 3:30 this afternoon, I had not read this. It was exciting, and the thought of doing something again and not remembering a thing about it, about what I did nearly 40 years ago, was daunting. Last night, I reread the whole portion. Apparently, it's the longest parsha of all of Deuteronomy, and came up with a newfangled, more up-to-date 21st century version of what's going on. And of course, I'm going to try and tie it into sobriety, recovery, and community. So here we go. When I was a kid, I asked my dad that age-old question, but why? And he would somewhat flippantly say, because I'm the papa. It was kind of silly because he was never the papa. He was and still is daddy. That's the vibe I get. That's the vibe I kind of get from this week's Torah portion, Re'eh. Maybe it's God that is daddy and Moses that is papa. So Moses goes on kind of this power trip. He's nearing his death, and he just wants to get ideas, thoughts, and words of wisdom from God out to his people. As he's leading the Israelites to the other side of the Jordan to possess the land that God is giving them, Moses is telling the Israelites to remember to follow the rules and laws, to get rid of the old, to not worship false prophets. Don't follow those that are worshiping false prophets. Moses says that God is testing them. There may come a time when a spouse, sibling, or friend might want to bring you back to that old, but don't do it. back off. You don't have to go back to that. You don't have to be a slave to that old life. Moses is yelling this at the Israelites. He wants them to hear. He wants them to understand. He wants them to get it. He wants them to understand that what he is doing for them is what they can't do for themselves. He's leading them, helping them to the best of his ability to not fall back into what they already know, to what they know already, but to open their minds and try something new, something different. Next, Moses starts talking about what to eat and what not to eat. Personally, be kosher, don't be kosher light, as my dad calls it, and do what you think is right for you. Moses also says to get rid of things that you can't carry. I'm going to bring this back to the 21st century. Like, really, how important is that third GR phone that you have, or those 17 laptops that you have, you feel like you have to bring, or that bracelet that you made in high school? The things we carry around with us through thick and thin, they don't have to come with us everywhere we go. We can get rid of them, and it's okay. And if you have something extra special and someone else is in need, give it freely away to help others. It's the right thing to do. It's a mitzvah. It may even be teshuvah. So here's what I get from all this in plain 21st century English. Laws and rules to observe and obey. Things like go to groups, do your house job, wear your masks correctly, pay your bills, clean up after yourself, help your fellow. Get rid of the old, all of that bad, drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, food, old thoughts. Get rid of old friends. Don't worship God in the way that you worshiped all that old. Don't take advantage of what is here for you and in front of you. We are here for you. Share with others all the good you've learned here. You just may save a life and a soul in the process. Look at the new that God has put in front of you. You have a community, a home, Beit Tshuva, where everything matters. Shabbat Shalom.
All right, set it up on its feet.
So as the band, as they get ready, right, Lisa, it's such a gift to be able to see and have a moment to see the fierceness of conviction that the seed of that existed when you were in your bat mitzvah, and then be able to see where you're at now and be able to see how it's grown and been illuminated and reconnected to and retapped into and be able to share now with us every day and even tonight. So thank you. And as you wrapped up, you did say everybody matters.
Everybody does.
Everybody. Are you going to dispute everybody matters? But everything does matter.
That's right.
What we do today, tomorrow remembers.
All right, so it's such an honor in the role that I have to be able to work and watch as residents move through their process. But it's a treat that only gets expanded when we're able to see when certain residents move not just from in their process and move and Kadima out of Beit Shuvah, but Kadima into Beit Shuvah into a staff role. And so we have an opportunity to celebrate someone who was able to do that and has continued to do that over the last 2 years tonight. So Jamie, why don't you come up and we'll help you celebrate.
Thank you. Hi, guys. My name is Jamie. I'm a very grateful member of this community. It's so crazy when I speak at house meetings or to you guys on a daily basis. I don't get nervous, but up here with the mic, I'm like fucking terrified, so bear with me. So on Tuesday night, the night before my birthday, Thea looked at me and said, try to embrace the love tomorrow. And that's something I have a really hard time doing. And it's something that I am overwhelmed with here and so very grateful for. It sounds so corny to be like, I'm so grateful, but like I am. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for this place. I'm grateful for you, Thea, to give me those reminders. I'm grateful for you, Vinny, being just such a solid partner and growing with me and learning with me and holding me accountable and teaching me things and teaching me humility because I have a really hard time taking guidance from people. And with you, it's easy. And so thank you. I'm grateful that, where's Sarah? I'm grateful you made your way back here and that you're here for this because I'm just happy to share this moment with you. Sarah and I got here within 2 days of each other when I got here, and she went away for a little bit, and she came back this week. So God willing, we'll take a cake together next year. And yeah, I'm just grateful for all of you guys. I learn with you every day. I grow with you every day. And I just don't think I would feel the purpose I have in my life right now if it weren't for you guys. I want you to know I'm always here whenever you need to talk. As Ruby kind of pointed out, I might not always be the nicest, but I will always be kind. And I will always be honest, and I will always show you love and compassion the way I was shown here. So, yeah, 2 years, great. Thank you, guys.
All right, we're not done with you yet, Jamie. You'll be back up here. But before that, we have a Zoom birthday. I believe, if we can get it set up, Brandon F. For 9 years of sobriety. We can hear you. person or virtual, you're always welcome here, and we look forward to a time when you, maybe next year, you'll be able to spend, we'll be able to spend it in person. All right, so we will have an opportunity to help Jamie celebrate, and let's sing her happy birthday.
Gather around if you want to
Yeah.
give Jamie a cake in person here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jamie and Brandon. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Woohoo! It's about that time. All right. As we're moving along and rapping, we're wrapping up. We're moving towards peace, and we're gonna sing a little bit of Oseh Shalom to get us there.
The rap that I'm doing, I wrote 4 years ago when I was a resident the first time, so it doesn't really apply to my life these days, but it's a classic, so I'm bringing it out of the attic.
It's the new old.
Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, be'el kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, be'el kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, be'el kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, be'el kol Yisrael. I used to think that I was a fucking loser because I was a big alcoholic drug abuser. I came to bait the Shuva, crawling on my hands and knees. I said to Robin Martin, take me in, oh baby please. I grew up in New York, shooting powder, trying to white. It's better than your Cali tar, don't put up a fight. I'm staying clean and sober, my drug using is over. I wake up every morning and I get to learn some Torah. I'm done with my step, I'm working on the rest. It's time to make amends and start cleaning up my mess. My future looks so bright cause the Shuvas helped me grow. I got a PF internship, Rabbi's like, oh no. I made a lot of friends and the Torah never ends. Remember everything I learned, till I wear the pants. B'tshuva is my home, I never feel alone. I love to come to services and sing Oseh Shalom. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, be'el kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, be'el kol Yisrael. Oh,
Yeah, 4 years later. All right. We're gonna move along to Aleinu, which Oseh Shalom is the concluding verses of Aleinu, and they're words both of striving for universal connection and a time of peace.
All right, everyone, please rise. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol. לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יחיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Ooh, yeah, a little reverb. All right, some of you can remain standing. As I said, Aleinu is a song about universal connection. Certainly one of the thing that many of us share in our life is the loss of a loved one and those that are close to us. And so at this point, we can hold their memory and honor their memory by saying a Kaddish for them. And so I'm going to share some members of our community that are no longer here for the Yortzeit, so that we lost them around this time of year, as well as folks who we've lost within the last 11 months, including Barbara Lauderstein, Anthony Macarulo, Ronnie Stabler, Jerry Sacklin-Sands, Mark Fiazzi, Rabbi Mark Blumenthal, Martin Rips, Nick Huff, Ermelie Simon Pearl, David Heller, Nico Jaco S-Forms, Zenata Zukarun, Aharon Ben Yehuda, Dr. Saul Block, Mandy Benanim, Adam Aarons, William Lurie, Norman Scharf, Fred Rothschild, Mark Kessler, Hank Schrimmer, Joyce Powell, Inosi Blumenkratz, Stephen Grossman, Leon Perrick, Robert Groski, Gary Mintz, Marilyn Buckley, Estelle Carlton, Patricia Blumenkrantz, Jessica Bayer, Matt Pollinger, Orion Brown, Linus Stern, Richard Lewinter, John Baker, Lucy Franco, Bernard J. Alprin, Faina Tirzlina, Carlos Cantano Rios, Hunter Ventinelli, Judy Burke, Dr. Vinay Sundaram, and one of our beloved community members, Andy Labov, and his family lost his father recently, Zev Ben Shmuel Yaakov. So we're thinking of them who we've lost over the past year, as well as the Yortzites this time of year, including Diana Newman, Sandy Larson, Ernie Baum, Sherry Barr, Barbara Burns, Louis Lobel, Jay Yellen, Richard Bennett, Elisa Fruman, Lawrence Lauderstein, Paul Breslow, Nathan Neubauer, Richard Rosenberg, Gertrude Epstein, Rachel Joseph, Dr. Garrett O'Connor, Milton Ross, Lillian Brickman, and Martha Lerman. We also have folks that I'll give a chance you can call out who you're holding dear to you, as well as those on Zoom. You can please share in the chat.
My brother Andrew Gregory.
My grandparents, George and Trudy David. My mom, Corinne King, Bill Overstreet, Pat Hubbard. Webster Winter and John Baker.
Harry Goldstein. Mother Maria.
All right. All right, please join me in the mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yitbarach shemei rabbah ve'alma divrei hirhute uyamle malchute b'chayachon umeyachon uvechi dikol beit Yisrael v'agla uzman kariv v'yimaru amen. Yehesh shlama rabba min varach leolam oyamei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitaseh v'yithadar v'yit'Allah Shmei Dekudisha Barichu Leola Min Kol Berchata Ushopata Tishbachata Vene'amata Daman Be'alma Uvri Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shamaya V'hayich Elenu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yinru Amen. Oseh Shalom Ben Roma Uya Aseh Shalom Alenu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yinru Amen. All right. Thank you. You can sit down for a moment. We have a couple announcements as we wrap up and before we do a kiddush and a motzi. Hello. We can make sure maybe someone's calling in for a donation. Talk to Sarah. All right, so we've had some very generous sponsors for our Shabbos occasion tonight, including Linda and Aylin Maybrook, and Jamie's parents, mom and dad. As well as the Kaminer-Resnick family, certainly in honor, as we celebrated earlier, in honor of Charlotte's 98th birthday. And so we're grateful for your continued contributions in lots of different ways, all of you, to our community. So we have, as I mentioned in the beginning of the services, we have tomorrow night is the clock begins ticking, 30 days and counting for the high holidays. We have an opportunity. Services will be in person in this space, as well as on Zoom. It starts on Sunday night. Let's see, that would be September 26th, if I'm not mistaken. 24th? All right, 24th, okay. We have opportunities for membership to join. Sarah Jacobs is the go-to person for all things high holidays and membership. She's over there. Leading up to the holidays, in about 2 weeks, we're going to do a joint program with the Temple of the Arts in Beverly Hills. It'll be a Friday night service, so we will not be hosting services at 8831, but we will be sharing a partner service at the Saban Theater with the Temple of the Arts. There will be a virtual option for those that are able to join that way. Starts at 8 p.m. and the Saban Theater on Wilshire. You want to share a word or two about the service?
So my teacher and mentor, Cantor Nate Lamb, is now working at the Temple of the Arts, as well as my girlfriend, Sarah Gurian. And we will all be there joining together in a service where we do a little bit of our music, a little bit of their music, and a little bit of prep for high holidays. So please join us at 8 p.m. on the 16th of September.
All right, and the last announcement on Sunday, on 9/11, we're hosting 2 different memorial services for members of our community that we lost, including Judith Burke at 2 p.m. and Mark Fleischman at 11 a.m. And so they'll be hosted here, like I said, at 8831. There'll also be virtual options available. If you're interested in attending one way or another, come find us. Sarah can help you, as well as any of the other staff. All right. Should we wrap it up with the Kiddush and Motzi?
Let's close it up. Everyone, please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen.
All right, Lord. L'chaim. Sorry, it's a nice break because I was going to interrupt actually.
Hey,
only.
This part isn't new.
Right,
so
this
we're
is
good.
not.
We're good.
Yes.
We're good.
Right, we have yet to spill anything on the carpet yet.
All right.
This is true. Wait, hold on 1 sec. So I just want to, before we totally break, I want to give some shout outs to certainly the band Cantor Nate and Laura, Ted, David, and thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. We couldn't spit it out. All right, and Thea, right? She's not up here, but of course we wouldn't be the band without her. We also have people behind the stage, including Jesse, Daniel, Austin. Who else is there? Certainly Max, way back, and Jade. Oh, what's that? Oh, Sam was on there. All right. With that, let's have a hamotzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos, everyone.